Okay, hey guys. I just wanted to make this video for the marketing group, let everybody kind of know methods of marketing because I do suggest utilizing Facebook groups as a way to grow your brand. Like if you have a business or a course that you're trying to promote, growing a Facebook group is a great way to do it. Now here's the issue with that. Here comes the dilemma: is that if you're providing like awesome value in other groups that attracts them to your group, that's great. You know what I mean? Keep doing that. That's awesome. I don't think anyone's ever going to complain about that. Um, but I made a video about polarization marketing not too long ago, and it's when you're intentionally trying to divide a certain crowd. And I kind of wanted to elaborate on that today because I used it as an example in two different groups today, and I kind of want to show you the examples that I used. It kind of put a knot in my stomach, right? Because I didn't know where it was going to go. So I'm doing it for posterity. I'm doing it to try it. I don't normally do this. I swear to God, I don't normally do this. And so like right now, I seriously have like this ulcer forming. I'm not even kidding. It's killing me. It almost makes me want to cry because it's so against my demeanor, like who I am as a person. Um, but anyways, I'm not trying to sound like a wuss here, but I don't like stirring up trouble. There's a lot of people that it doesn't bother them, but it bothers me. I don't like doing that. But I wanted to use this to actually, I wanted to see if it would like actually draw more people into my Facebook group than usual, because my group's been growing. Like when I go and I help people and I just answer questions and I offer solutions and I'm just like giving tons of content, people just gravitate to my group. They've been coming in. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to try this and see if it works because other marketers rave about it, right? We've talked about Donald Trump used it in the election, right? Polarization tactics. Now this is what happens, and this is something that you have to understand, like Donald Trump's tweets, they're open-ended, okay? This is a psychological thing that happens with humans that triggers us. Unintentionally or unknowingly, it happens to our subconscious, so we get triggered without even realizing. They call it open loop in marketing. It's probably a dumb phrase. Open loop's not correct. What it is it's more like it's an implication. Okay, it's when you make a question that's designed to imply something. When you're implying something, there's going to be three things that happen. Okay, the one of three things that happen. One, doesn't apply to you. You ignore it completely. Two, the other two ways it does apply to you, but one way you agree with it, the other way you do not agree with it. Okay, so this is what happens by they call it an open-ended question because it's pulling people in to suck them in. But I want to call it an implication because you're implying something that may or may not be true, that there's no actual way for you to prove that it's true. You're making an implication, and a lot of this triggers people, okay? Because if they have a different setting in mind, this is going to trigger them, right? So in this group, and God, it's just killing me too because I always offer content in this group, and now there's a lot of people in here thinking that, like, accusing me of being a scam artist and stuff, and it's maybe I should post this video in the group. I don't know, but maybe I'll just keep it in the Facebook group. Why do so many newbies think that an agency is a scam? LOL. Okay, sounds like a harmless question to a lot of people, especially if you have nothing to do with agencies or newbies, right? Or scams. Doesn't matter to you. But the people who have dealt with agencies or building agencies or the people that have dealt with scams or are afraid of scams, this triggers. Okay, so what happens is I'm making an implication here that newbies, people just starting out, don't trust agencies. Now, this can go in a million different directions, but what ends up happening is something in these 12 words, something in there, your mind either agrees with or doesn't agree with. So you're going to get on board with it and you're going to be like, yeah, this is why that happens. This is why I believe it happens. And you start answering it. Or you disagree with something in this. Like you're remembering a story of when this one guy that was teaching you to build your agency lied to you and told you it was going to be easy and you found out it wasn't. So now you have this resentful story about this person where this bad thing happens. So now you got to jump in and say, listen, you can't go and assuming the world. I'm not kidding. If you read the comments in this group, people jump in and they're not talking to me. Okay? They're talking to that other guy that scammed them. All these implication open-ended questions trigger people to engage, and I don't like it because then that's when fights happen, right? So I screwed it up because I started out, one of them, my intention was I was going to answer the questions differently. One of them I was going to be argumentative, just kind of disagree with them, and then the other one I was going to just be inquisitive, just be like, why do you feel that way? And what's going on? And I started out that way, but I ended up getting sucked in when people started calling me names, right? Like, I got defensive. I'm not kidding. I did. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? You're going against the posterity. The whole purpose of why I did this was to make the video. So this is one group I did it in with agencies. This was the Facebook ads agency. Why do so many newbies think an agency is a scam? And then I did it in Side Hustle Nation, which this one breaks my heart because I love this group. I love this group. All the other comments that I've done. And I'm going to make a little side note here, okay? Because this one right here, why does everyone always scream scam when you're trying to help them? I'm making an implication that people assume help is with scam. So then people get triggered on a time that somebody was pretending to help them and they were actually trying to scam them or sell them or whatever, right? So it ends up getting this psychological thing that happened. So what ended up happening in this group, and this breaks my heart, okay, because there was, I am absolutely helpful 100% in the groups I go into, okay? I deliver content and I legitimate help. But there was this one group where I was actually getting frustrated with this girl. She was just kind of like, nothing works. I don't want to try this. It doesn't work. And I just wanted to end the conversation. So I kind of like dropped the one funnel away challenge. And we know how I love the one funnel away challenge. I just sent her a quick DM. I'm like, here, take this course. It'll help you. Good luck. And I just wanted to end it. Oh, God damn it. Because somebody, obviously I post in this group regularly, so people recognized me. And they saw that and then they tried to turn it against me. So then I got triggered and had to find myself defending myself, right? So it kind of went against everything that I was trying to prove with this video. But not everybody fell into that category, but a lot of people that fell into this category. Why does everyone always scream scam when you're trying to help them? It was an open-ended question. I don't like open-ended questions. It was a question with an implication, and I wanted to see if people would get intrigued and if it would draw people to my group. Now, I think that my reactions totally screwed up the science to this because I should have stuck to my plan, either be argumentative or be inquisitive. I should have stuck to my plan, but I didn't. I got off course, so now I'm not going to have any data, and I'm sure as hell not ever doing this again because this kind of marketing upsets me. I'm not kidding when I tell you that my stomach is upset. I just feel queasy. But this is what a lot of people do for their businesses. And if you're doing this, you have to understand that you're going to create a lot of enemies too. You're going to get your way, but you're also going to create enemies. And how is that worth it? You know what I mean? I just don't understand that. I'm going to delete these posts. I kind of want to keep them up, but I'm just going to delete them because no, they're wrong. I mean, I can show you the comments. Like I like this guy, Mike. He actually jumped in and he was like trying to be the mediator, right? Like people had these because somebody was calling me out on helping somebody and trying to sell a course, and that wasn't my intention. My intention was to actually help them, but I just sent them the link because I'm like, here, do this. I don't want to continue on this conversation anymore. I'm tired of talking to this negative person. But like literally everyone in this group fought with me, and what was my point? I'm forgetting my point of the video. The whole point is that polarization marketing is a thing. Okay, there's no doubt in my mind that it works, but in order for it to work, you have to stir the pot, right? And this is just something that I want to, like, especially to the people that are aspiring agencies, because I tell them, I give them advice. I'm like, hey, go into Facebook groups, deliver content, and grow your Facebook group. It's great advice, right? It is, as long as you're not selling. As long as you're not doing shit like this. Pardon my French. If you are doing stuff like this, I'm not here to tell you it's right or wrong, because, you know, how is it wrong? I mean, let's talk about that for a second. Let's actually analyze it, okay? Seriously, let's just analyze. Let's break it down what I did here. All I did was ask a question. Why do so many newbies think that an agency is a scam? Now, the God's honest truth is that's not a big deal, right? Why did so many people get triggered? It's because their mind went to a different scenario and they're reliving it, and they have to bring it in and give their answer to why it's a scam, right? They didn't ask follow-up questions. This is 12 words. How do you not need more information than that? Like, what are you talking about? What type of agency? How are you not asking questions before you jump into a post answering it? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you see little tiny posts like this, don't answer them. Just ignore them. They're clickbait. And I did one in my Facebook group on my Facebook page today too as well, which didn't generate anything. I'm surprised about that one. But I'm seriously I'm folding up on this. I'm not gonna do it anymore. But this one, same thing. Why does everyone always scream scam when you're trying to help them? And this one, I'm even implying help, and nobody asked me. Well, somebody eventually did toward the end of the thread. Well, how are you trying to help them? Maybe your help isn't coming off as help. Maybe we can discuss that. What are you doing? Give me you know what I'm saying? No one's actually offering actual help to me. So if this is a real question, why aren't people trying to help me? Why they're trying to answer the question with their opinions. See what I'm saying? That is a big deal. So I'll tell you what, like if you do engage with these in the groups, like say you want to go into another Facebook group and engage with people and build a following. If you see something like this, ask them questions. Well, give me more details, man. That's not enough information. And then once you start going down the list of all the different things of a specific list, and you start offering help, content, validity, then you're going to attract more people, right? Because you're showing more help. And I'm going to close on this because over the last couple of days, I've been doing the help technique, or excuse me, the past couple of weeks for my group. And I've been getting an average like 5 people a day for the group. It's pretty cool, right? I did this method. I got 1 person that sent me a request to the group today. This is seriously tearing my stomach in knots too, and I'm killing myself. Killing myself because I know I'm stirring the pot. Think about it, guys. Think about it. Being aware of this too will also help. It will also help prevent the big companies that have the bigger budgets and they're programming us with advertisements on commercials and TV. Being aware of these techniques, maybe don't get sucked in, right? Just a thought. Let me know what you guys think, because honestly, this is something that's a huge deal to me, especially with marketing, because this is a strategy that I don't like. And yeah, I'm going to delete these posts. I just have to. I don't want anybody remembering this for me. I'm deleting them. And it was a stupid experiment, and I apologize to anybody that was involved. If anybody did get triggered, it's not my intention. I seriously just want to help people. I'm not even kidding. And yeah. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Your thoughts. You know what I mean? All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.